Hey guys, this is Naveen here. Welcome back to Naveen Automation Labs. So with this video, we are going to start a very new series with a performance testing tool that is K6. K6 is another testing tool which is provided by Grafana Labs. You must have heard about Grafana for the server monitoring and then for your production monitoring. And if you really want to see the real-time data and everything, you can see that with the Grafana and Kibana. You must have heard about it. So from the Grafana Labs itself, they have given this tool which is like amazingly great, and it's very easy to integrate with the with your pipeline and everything, and then easy to write the code. It supports JavaScript. So if you know the basics of JavaScript, you can just design amazing test cases for that. It's so easy and so simple to use that, so simple to install it. And then it's having its own claim that it is somewhere better than JMeter and Gatling and load runner as well. So we'll talk about those things in upcoming chapters, but today we are going to talk about what do you mean by K6, how exactly it is working, and then we will try to install it on my system on a Mac machine today, and later on the next video I can tell you on the Windows machine as well. And then we will see that we will try to write a basic script and we will see various commands and everything. Let's see how exactly it is working and then how exactly the report part also it is generating, because in performance testing, the reporting part is very, very important, that how exactly like load and everything, the throughput, the response time, and 90 percentile, 95 percentile, and all such things are coming properly. What kind of data is it showing in the form of reports and everything? We will try to see that. Okay, so let me share my screen and then we will do one thing. Okay, so this is Google, and then you simply go to Google and then search for K6 load testing tool. So simple write K6, and then you can go to load testing for engineering teams. It's provided by Grafana, and simple go to their website k6.io. And here it see that the best developer experience for load testing, and good thing is that it's open source. And if you go to their GitHub page as well, so this is their official GitHub page, and it's very quite active a community. You can say 5 days ago that also they have checked in some code and then updated their branch over here. Okay, so this is a demo and everything. It's returned. The installation, the documentation is also very, very easy and very straightforward. Some really good examples that they have given. These are the companies they are using it. You can use it in the cloud version also, or you can use in your local system also. You can install it. And it's free to use on your own infrastructure. And if you really want to use their cloud, they provide their cloud also. That also you can do that, zero maintenance, and accelerate your testing. And then we can just do that. We can see this cases cloud later on. We will try to set up everything in our own laptop, or maybe later on, if you really want to move everything on our AWS infrastructure or own cloud infrastructure, that also we can do it later on. Before that, before we proceed further, I would like to show you that, okay, watch this particular video. It's just simple how exactly a script is running and how exactly it is running the test over here. So this is a script, that's it. And then with one single command, we need to execute that script.js, and then this has got it started. And then you can see that, yeah, this is with one single user, it's giving you the response code 200 because one API we are calling, and then it's checking a lot of other things. All the HTTP request, connection, duration, receiving packages, and sending packages, handshaking, and there are various min, average, and medium, and max throughput also it is giving to you. And there are other reports also we can configure it. We can get the report in the JSON format or the CSV format as well. So we will see those things today. We will try to install K6, and then it's very simple, and we will see how exactly it is working. Built for engineering teams, yes, it can be used by developers or the SDETs, and we can write the test cases in JavaScript that mimic the real world scenario. So actually K6 is actually written in Go language because JavaScript is not the right language for the performance, and it does not work on the Node.js environment. But for the client point of view, they have given the scripting language as a JavaScript, but it is actually originally running on the Go language with the help of Go language. And here you can see the DevOps and the SRE team also. You can automate your test, ensure that your infrastructure and application remain performing, and configure SLOs in your K6 script to the health of services, your microservices or APIs that you are using it. You can easily test it, and then it's very easy, as I told you, to integrate with your CI/CD pipeline also. So that is for DevOps or SRE point of view also. It's so easy to do that. Software testers in the QS, creating tests faster with our test builder, recorder, or converter. JMeter, Postman, and Swagger. They will be, we will see that extensively. A documentation, awesome community, and first-class support. That is also they are claiming it. The documentation is really great. That I have already seen that. Okay, so this is the script. That is what simple they have given. And you can test your APIs, cookies, and GraphQL, GPRC, WebSocket, everything. You can do that. It can be easily integrated with your Postman, Kafka, Datalog, and Grafana, as I told you, that New Learning, Visual Studio, Azure, and GitLab, GitHub, and all different integrations are available. We will see what are the different important integrations. We can see that later on. Here it's saying it's still stuck with the JMeter. There's a quote written by Alex Abbott, SRE engineer, that the engineering effort of writing for just one of the microservices was going to be 2+ engineering weeks in JMeter versus a half day it took us in K6. So we will see, okay, that is it really good or not in terms of writing a test cases and everything. So I'll do one thing. We will go to the documentation directly, or you can directly, let's go from here. And that's a very nice documentation. So simple that quick start. That is, first you have to install, running it, and see the results. That's it. So what is K6? This is what they have written. The Grafana K6 is an open source load testing tool that makes performance testing easy and productive for engineering teams. It's absolutely free, developer centering, and extensible. And you can do a lot of other different testing with respect to load testing. Use cases like you can do load testing, performance, and the synthetic monitoring. Also, you can do that, chows and reliability testing, browser testing. Also, if you really want to do that, it's having its own K6 browser. You can run the browser-based performance testing and catch issues related to the browser only, which can skip entirely from the protocol level. And it's having its own load testing manifesto that simple testing is better than no testing. Load testing should be goal-oriented. Load testing by developers. Developers' experience is super important, and load testing in a pre-production environment. That also, this is written in their manifesto. If you really want to deep dive into that, you can just go to their links and everything. You can check it later on. What exactly K6 does not do? It does not run natively in a browser, because by default K6 does not render web pages the same way browser does, obviously, because browser can consume significant system resources. Skipping the browser allows running more load within a single machine. However, K6 browser, you can interact with the real browser, collect front-end metrics as part of your K6 text. So sometimes we have a requirement that we really want to check the load testing on a specific browser. That also will be provided by K6 browser, and you can interact with the real browser. So we will see those things as well. And I mentioned earlier that it does not run in Node.js. Like JavaScript is not generally well suited for high performance. To achieve maximum performance, the tool itself is written in Go language, embedding a JavaScript runtime, allowing for the easy test scripting. So for your test designing point of view and test script point of view, you have to use JavaScript for that. Okay. So without wasting our time, let's go to the installation section, and then you can execute and you can install on Linux, Mac, and Windows machine. And then you can use the Docker container also, and standalone library binary also they have given. So if you're having the Linux machine, you just need to execute these commands. If you're having Fedora or CentOS, you can execute these two commands. Let's see, if you're having Mac machine, make sure that, okay, the homebrew is already available on your system, and you just need to execute this command, brew install x6. And on Windows, you can just simply install choco install x6, K6. And if you're using Chocolate Package Manager, you can use this. Otherwise, you can go with the window package manager also, that widget install K6 also, you can do that. They have given a Docker image also. You can just pull this image, and then you can just run this image, and then you can create a container with the K6. That also you can do that. But with this thing, you really need a Docker engine on your system or Docker desktop on your system. So better to go with the simple brew install with the Mac OS. So this is the command I'm going to copy, and then I'm just going to open my terminal. So this is my terminal. Anywhere in any directory, you can go there. And if you're using Windows, you have to open your command prompt, and let's see, I'm just going to run it, brew install K6, and that's it. So it will take a few seconds to download this, and make sure that obviously you are connected with the internet. So here you can see that brew installation, some processing already started over here. You can check it. Doesn't matter that in which directory or in which folder you are in. It really doesn't matter. And here you can see that the brew outdated, and then first it will install the brew upgrade and everything. And then I think it's downloading a K6. And then that's it. That's done. Perfect. This is absolutely working fine now. And if you really want to uninstall, guys, what you just need to do, you just simply write brew uninstall K6. That's it. I'm not going to uninstall unnecessary because obviously we have to install it. But if you really want to remove it, you can remove and uninstall also from here. So just simply press Control C, no need to execute this command, clear the console, and that's it. Now I'll do one thing. Later on, after that, this is done, and we will try to write our first script. So same thing, if you really want me to cover one installation on Windows also, that also I'll show you in the next video. But you try by your own. It's very straightforward, very simple. I'll do one thing. Let's write a first test script today. So let's see running K6. We will go to running K6, and it's simply saying that run a test, add virtual users, and number of threads of virtual users you can use it. Virtual user means VU. VU means virtual user. Increase the test duration, ramp up the number of requests up and down as the test runs. It means sometimes let's see 5 users are coming or 10 users are coming and then 15 users and suddenly back to 5. Then again, you are ramping up and ramping down. That also we can do that. So this is saying that you just simply create one script.js anywhere in any directory in your favorite editor tool. For example, let's see, I'm just using Sublime or Notepad or Notepad++ or whatever. So let's do one thing. I'm just going to use a Sublime over here. Let's open a new window of Sublime. And then here, I'm just going to write this script. So whatever, first you need to import these two things. And let me just copy paste over here. Okay, that's a simple script. So this is a API call. This is a GET call. We will talk about all these methods and everything in upcoming chapters. But here you can see that HTTPS test.k6.io and sleep for 1 second. And then that's it. And these are the two imports packages you have to import. And then after that, just simple save it. So I'm going to save it, press Control S. And let's see, I'll do one thing. I'll go to my documents. And under documents, I'm going to create a new folder. And here I'm writing, let's see, K6 test cases, something like this. This is a folder that I have created. And under this K6 test cases, I'm going to save this particular script. How will you save it? Whatever the name that you really want to write. So let's say I'm going to write script.js you have to write, okay? Because this is a JavaScript. So whatever the file name .js and then save it. So here you can see script.js is available under my documents. So I'll go to my documents and then I quickly go to my K6 test cases here and script.js available here, right? Perfect. So I'll do one thing. I'll just go to my terminal and I'll go to that particular directory. So I'll go to my documents directory, and under documents that we have this K6 hyphen test cases. So now I'm in this directory. You can check that. Perfect. K6 test cases. And if you write ls or dir in your Windows, then you can see this script.js is available. How will you run it? It's very simple. What you just need to do, you just need to use K6 run and then the file name. That's it. So this is my file name, K6 script.js. Let's copy this, and or you can just write it manually. So let's write it manually. And this is my script.js. Let's run it and let's see how exactly it is working. So here you can see that amazing. That's it. Got executed and it's generating some amazing reports here. So you can see execution is local. The script name is script.js. 100% scenario, one maximum view. Right now we are using with one single thread. We are using it and it's generating the data. I mean, the complete report it is generating here. You can see HTTP request blocked is giving you the average time, minimum, mid, maximum, 90 percentile, 95 percentile also. And connecting duration, the different types of varieties of data it is actually giving for your reporting point of view. This is really nice. Perfect. Now I'll do one thing. It's saying that if you really want to add more VUs, it means really want to add more, let's say 10 different threads or virtual users you want to add. So then we can say that, okay, fine, running 30-second 10 VU load test. So here you can say that hyphen duration 30-second and how many virtual users you need, 10 virtual users, and run the same script with K6 run command. So let's run it once again, this time with the 10 users within 30 seconds. So maximum timeout is 30 seconds over here. So I'll do one thing. Let me clear the console and run this script with 10 different virtual users. So here you can see that 10 looping virtual user for 30 seconds. Nice. That's good. And it's saying 10 maximum virtual users. And see, that's why it's taking some time, because now it's running with 10 different users. And once this is 100% done, and then it will generate the report over here. So here you can see the countdown started, 30 seconds, 22 seconds, 23 seconds out of 30. And once 30 is completed for 10 different virtual users, and then it will generate the report accordingly. So it is back to back hitting the API that we have actually written in the script. So this is what it is actually giving you the output over here. So obviously that average time and other maximum median time actually got increased as compared to the previous one. Here you can see that it's simple 593. Now obviously the latency will be there, and then the average time, minimum time, and maximum time, percentile, and all such things will be decreased, not increased, sorry, because there are 10 users are there. Perfect. So this is what is actually working with the 10 different virtual users. You can later on increase the virtual users and everything. So K6 works with the concept of virtual users, which run your test script. Views are essentially parallel, just like while true loops that you're using. And scripts are written in JavaScript as E6 modules. Okay, that's fine. And there are various other options also you can use it. If you really want to use this VU10 and duration in your script, that also you can do that. So if you really want to add that, also we can see. So we will see the scripting part later on. So these are the basic things and basic stuff which are available. If we really want to run it on the Kubernetes or K6 on the cloud, that also you can do that. Perfect. And what exactly they say about the result output? In the result output, K6 generate load for your test, makes metrics that ensure the performance of the system. Broadly, you can analyze metrics in two ways: a summary stats and the granular detail with measurement for every data point across the test. You will be getting it, and the timestamp. So that is, you can see that's really good matrix is giving you actually. And matrix end-to-end test cases that you can write. This is example that they have given. And see this is what they have given, that if you really want to get only med P95 and P99 percentile, that also you can do that. So let's run this entire command. See, this time you are getting a lot of other columns, right? Average, min, max, and all. I just want, okay, 99 or 95 percentile with the same script. So let's see, this time I'm running it once again. So just copy this, and number of iterations are 100, virtual users are equal to 10. And again, it got started. So here you can see that this is what the virtual users equal to 10. We will talk about what do you mean by iteration. So it will perform 100 iterations and see 90 and then done. So here you can see we are getting less number of columns, only P95 and P99. That is what we are getting. This is what exactly written. Med P95 and P99.9. This is what we are getting only. But in earlier one, you can see average, minimum, max also you were getting it. So it's up to you which one you really want to get that. Perfect. So this is also nice. And if saying that if you really want to, let's say, store the data in your JSON format, that also you can do that. If you really want to capture the data or consume the data in InfluxDB, if you are, InfluxDB is running in the backend, and then you can just store the data in the InfluxDB also. That also we can do that. And then other built-in output also include a cloud, CSV, data log, JSON, net data, Grafana cloud. You can create some really good metrics and everything. Those matrices also, those things you can do that. Different New Relic tool also, it can be integrated to present the data and everything. So that's good, really good things that is what they have given. So I don't want to deep dive into API section. Later on, we will see that it's a K6 API. We will see that what are different methods and everything is available. And we will see that K6 browser also, that how can we install the browser and how can we run the test cases on a specific browser type. That also we can do that. For example, let's see Chromium or Firefox or maybe some other browser. We will try to see that as well. So the documentation looks really great. Majorly, we will be focusing upon the K6 APIs, and then we will see what are different other ways of writing the things, and then what are different other calls like post call, put call, delete, options, patch, cookies and file data, everything, how to pass that and how to automate that, and what are the different matrices you can generate from here. So it's very simple tool, guys. Just try that and let me know in case of any issues. And the installation and everything is very straightforward. You just need to follow the things, one single command, and then you are done. And then try that after this video. Are you really able to run a script with K6 or not? So that's all for this particular video. I hope you like it. And I'm pretty much sure that, okay, you will be enjoying this series as well. Share this video with others so that if you're looking for another automation tool with respect to performance testing in your portfolio, that will be a great advantage and very good value addition in your portfolio. I'll see you in the next video. Till then, take care and God bless you all, guys.